Saudara, kabar menarik lainnya yaitu Presiden Bank Dunia Jim Yong Kim malam tadi memberi kesempatan pada Kompas TV untuk mewawancarai eksklusif. Banyak pengakuan yang muncul dari Jim Yong Kim, Presiden Bank Dunia yang 20 tahun lalu mengkritisi Bank Dunia. Salah satunya adalah ia mengakui bagaimana Bank Dunia dulu mendikte negara dan soal nasib Sri Mulyani di Bank Dunia. Presiden Bank Dunia secara terbuka dengan pemimpin redaksi Kompas TV, Rosiana Silalahi, dalam wawancara berikut ini.
Dr. Kim, thank you very much for the chance.
Rosie, thanks for having me on your show.
So this is the first time you're visiting Indonesia.
It is.
So how was it? I believe that you've been to many places. Is it the same with what you've heard and after you've actually seen it?
Well, you know, Rosie, first of all, I regret not having come here sooner. It's hard to get your head around 17,000 islands and, the fourth most populous country with just abundant natural resources and human. I mean, you know all the facts, but when you see it, it's really just so impressive. I mean, I think what struck me the most was that this is a country with just so many different kinds of natural resources, and also the people are so active, and there are problems here to solve, and this is why we're here. But I come away with just an enormous sense of optimism for the future of Indonesia.
And you just at University of Indonesia had discussions with Indonesian students. How did you get impressions?
Well, first of all, I think that they asked some very good and very interesting questions.
I heard you had a lot of critical questions
yes.
as well, and you did answer the questions very well. It went well.
Well, critical questions about the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, about what the World Bank does and who we are, and what even one gentleman said that I should apologize to all of Indonesia for the World Bank, and so it was a lively discussion, and once again it showed me that the human capital, the human resources here in Indonesia are probably its greatest strength.
Yeah, Dr. Kim, the thing is, the critics towards the international financial institutions, like for example the bank, is, you're giving the money, and then we have to do what we are told. So it's a bossy gestures. So, how do you answer the critics? Because then this perpetuate dependency on the indebted countries.
Well, so I think there was a period where the World Bank was much more prescriptive. This was during the 70s, 80s, and 90s, where we had some very clear ideas. I think the World Bank focused on economic growth, the growth of GDP above all else. And I think there was a time when we were giving the same advice to everybody and being very strict about how countries implemented. But we've really changed over the last 20 years. I mean, this is why I can be a critic 20 years ago and president today, because the bank really has changed. So we don't do things unless the country actually wants to do those things with us. And in terms of the indebtedness, in a country like Indonesia, for example, the debt to GDP ratio is really still very low, 26% or so, right? And you compare this to Japan, which is over 200% debt to GDP. It's still very low. Indonesia needs money to invest in infrastructure. There's no question about it. When they borrow from us, they get much longer maturities for their loan. They can pay back over a longer period of time, and the interest rate is as low as it can possibly be. It's LIBOR plus, 50 basis points or so. So it's a very low interest rate. It's over a long period of time, and we provide free technical assistance. We provide implementation help. We provide help around procurement. So it's still a pretty good deal to take loans from the World Bank Group. We're not out to make money. We are essentially a non-profit organization. Our goal and our role is to help Indonesia do what it wants to do to develop.